this shit.
Because I don't give a shit. Dollar for every time you said I gave a shit, I'd be broke. Because I don't give a shit. Dude, why is my mic crackling like this? Why does that sound like shit? Speaking of. Beep, 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 beep. Do you hear that? Or is it just me? Why is that loud? Beep, 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 beep. Dude, motherfucker. I just... Hang on. Slide aside. Good morning, everyone, by the way. Good morning, good morning. I fucking hate that. There's, like, static on the left side of my... Is that the mic? Like, if you guys could hear it, it's infuriatingly annoying. It's not autism. It sounds like one side of the mic is blasted out. Hang on. Reseat? Okay. Okay. That's a little better now. Can you pause the music a sec? Nope. 1 second. Let's, Amazon.com. XLR cable. Hey, you have any that can get here today by chance? No, I don't think so. Tragic. But there are a few that could get here tomorrow. 10 feet, 2-pack? Okay, that's what I'm after. Off to a great start. Dude, it's driving me crazy, man. Why is it like that? How'd the print go? Going, maybe? It's still on the printer? Still on the printer. It's going so far. They're gonna finish up right before stream. The teeth will end up getting printed, like, during stream. It's literally like a 20-something hour print for each half of the thing. Anyway, it's a lot. No, we don't want some Amazon basics on this one, actually. Hang on, get me a, Give me a 50 feet cable, 2-pack. No. No. I only need a 10 feet for this guy. 6 feet? Oh, this might be a 6-foot, actually. Grab me a 6-foot. Mic cord. Yeah. Grab me a 6-foot, but also grab me a 30-foot. Because I have this giant cable harness that I have a 100-foot XLR cable attached to. And it ain't right, man. That thing... It's way too fucking long. I'm always tripping over it. Like, just fuck that. Get that out of here. I don't need a 100-foot XLR. So it goes 25 feet with the camera, because all the other cables are 25 feet. And then there's this big wad of cable for the 100-foot section. Give me the 30-foot. A 2-pack? You know what? It wouldn't kill me to have a spare. Given that this is, like, my job. Alright, hang on. You'd upgrade to a P1S, man. A lot fatter. I have a P1S. I have a Bamboo A1 and a Bamboo P1S. I have both. They're running in tandem right now. But each half of the head is a 20-something hour print. Now, granted, maybe I could have turned the speed a little higher. Okay. But this is just it in its default state. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Okay, we don't need to get, like, that crazy. But... yeah, sure, bro. This is shipping to me, right? Okay, cool. Remember having a pair of Sony MDR XD100 headphones in 2007? They had a 4-foot headphone cable for them to my iPod. Hell yeah. I use corded headphones all the time. I really like them more than wireless, just the audio quality's better. Audio quality's better, and I just don't like fucking with connecting wireless ones and keeping them charged. Like, I'll have headphones, I have a nice pair of wireless headphones that I'll pull out every once in a while, and then it's like, oh, they're dead, because I didn't keep them plugged in the whole time, and I guess I can't turn them off entirely. They always stay in a power standby mode. I don't want that. I want them off. Alright, what do you guys want to listen to today? Akuma's fucking languishing. He just keeps uploading the full audio VODs to the YouTube, and they're just getting blocked in every single region. One of these days, he's gonna learn that if you just wait a little bit, when I upload the one that doesn't have the music in the background, then shit doesn't get blocked in 80 countries. Here, hang on. What am I behind on? I have up to 25th in there right now. So let me go ahead. Oh, that's only 2 VODs back. That's only yesterday's VODs. Let me go ahead and upload those, or stage them for upload. I'll wait, and then you'll be like, why not upload it in 2 weeks? I don't think I ask why. Dude, it's driving me fucking insane. Come on. Maybe on this... Whoa, the gain's way high. Maybe on this channel? No, it's still the same fucking crackle. Fuck, dude, I hate that. I fucking hate that. Do I have a single XLR cable? Do I have anything? Wait, do I? Wait, do I actually have a spare? Hang on. I just looked at my cable drawer. I'm still ordering my new ones. Oh, wait, yeah, this one's just really short. Hang on. Oh, but wait, is it still crackling? Why is it doing that? Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, it kind of is. What the fuck? This is a new cable. Oh, no. Oh, no, is it the fucking mic? Is it the mic? Or is it my headphones? It's my headphones. Fuck, dude. If it's my headphones, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, at least then it's not you guys. It's either the mic or the interface. Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. I've telegraphed unintentionally that I was looking for help. I'm not. You don't need to do anything. Can't really hear it, it might be the headphones. Fuck, dude. What am I... Dude, my Bayer Dynamic DT880s that I use as monitor phones, these shits have been kicking for ages now. They survived getting literally flooded when my house flooded while I was gone at TwitchCon. And water fucking poured right on the headphones, and I dried them out and they worked. If it ends up being if it ends up being these, I mean, I can repair them. They are repairable. Alright, hang on. What music we listening to today? Do I listen to Nightcore again? We can also put on, like, an actual album I like. That wouldn't be wouldn't be opposed. Dude, oh, I need to, like... It's... Okay, the fact that it's only in the right ear makes me think maybe it's the headphones, because the crackle is not in the left ear. The new Gorillaz album? Oh, I'll put that on, yeah. I was listening to that when I was going home to visit family. It actually is a pretty good fucking album, man. Here, hang on. Album. There we go. Had a mouse from early 2019. It's still working to this day. I'd like a new one sometime soon, maybe in the next 2 years. Mooncave is my favorite song. Mooncave rocks. I mean, it also has the great music video to go with it. I think really sells it well. Hang on. We got some new sprites submitted by you guys. Let's get those copied in real fast. Hopefully Discord doesn't fuck them up. Slab items 1. Hang on. Downloads. Oh yeah, no. I think these are proper. Dude, I've been needing to make these. I love the magnet, this magnet specifically. Cuz I was going to make mine look like this, but I was like, "Ooh, this has the bipole." I like this MV because it reminds me of the Jungle Book. Yeah, I like this MV because it makes me realize that we could, you know, we haven't completely killed off high quality 2D animation. We just simply decide not to fucking pay for it. Icons. Magnet. Icon.png. These have to be, for the inventory icons, these have to be separate. For, like, tiles, they end up in a tile map. Making the UI bigger for you guys is actually pretty nice for using this. Rotor icon.png. Shout out Dougler Prime for creating these, by the way. I wish they kept Hoppers 2D. Oh, well, was that gonna be 2D? When I was home with family, I took my younger siblings to go see it. It's a cute movie. It's a, it suffers from that thing, and a lot of kids movies, modern kids movies do this, where they show the thing very clearly, and then they'll be like, whoa, this thing is that? Whoa, yes, this thing is that. Whoa, so you're telling me this thing is that? Yeah, dude, this thing is that. It's like, they cooked in a lab, and they're like, we have to explain this 5 times for kids to understand. And then throughout it, they continue to do that. Have kids movies always done this, or is this like a new thing? Because I swear to God, they didn't do that in, like, when I was growing up. But maybe I was also just a child. UWO learns about the yellow paint problem. It is literally the yellow paint. There's so many moments where something happens. Stator. Wait, did I get it twisted? I think the other one is the stator, and this is the rotor. Hang on. Save as. Stater. And this, I always get them twisted, I'm not gonna lie. Rotor icon. And then motor. Do 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 do. Entertainment creators think everyone they make entertainment for is stupid. Don't get me wrong, I understand why, but also, like, I don't know, man, it really undercuts. It really undercuts a lot to have to explain it so much. What am I listening to? It's a new Gorillaz album. Which hopefully doesn't get Twitch mad at me. A lot of kids' movies nowadays don't practice linear storytelling because kids struggle to stay engaged. You'll see them hop around the timeline. That was another thing. Okay, hang on. Ham, you're the actual Disney adult here. You've seen this movie, right? You've seen Hoppers? I just took my younger siblings to see it while I was home. They show flashbacks like 24 times in this movie to the same thing. I don't want to spoil the movie because it's cute. You know, if you're gonna see it. But they establish early on, main character has emotional tie to this area because this is like in the first 5 minutes. They establish main character has emotional tie to nature because their grandma liked nature and they would sit with their grandma in nature. They flash back to main character sitting with their grandma in nature for an emotional moment like 12 times during the movie. Like, once, it's like, oh, okay, that's like the emotional, like, peak. But, like, twice, it's like, okay, yeah, we know. We saw it. But when they do it, like, the 5th or 6th time, you're like, dog, you would have to be on your phone to not see. You can just show the moment is already emotional. You don't need the flashback. It was driving me crazy, man. Anyway, I'm not gonna rant about children's movies. Holy shit, Sarek, thank you for the T3 for 36 months. Hell yeah, dude. They assume you're on your phone the whole time? Gotta fill time, otherwise they end up a short film. I don't feel like they were trying to fill time with this, though. I feel like it was just, like... it maybe accounted for, like, 2 minutes total runtime on here. What film are we talking about? I was on TikTok. Shut the fuck up. Will Disney add Subway Surfer editions? There's also the, and this is like a more general, this is a thing with movies in general. They ain't using the whole frame anymore. Have you guys noticed this? Especially kids' movies, but other movies do it too. They cram all the action of the movie in the center of the frame, and they leave a lot of wide open, like, blank space on the sides, and I've realized only recently it's so you can cram it into a short form vertical shot. Probably for promotional material, if I had to guess. It's actually, like, so noticeable sometimes, too. And once you notice it, you just keep seeing it. All right, my headphones are absolutely fried. Fuck, man. As I'm going on, this left ear cup is getting more and more dog shit. Oh, dude, I've had these things for ages. They've been through so much. They have turned like brown from head grease. One of the few movies I've seen handle it well is Soul. Oh, I haven't seen Soul. Added the storytelling with the order they delivered events, making the later scenes have more impact. I gotta try it. I gotta check that one out. I watched Coco, like, in the last few months, after having not seen it for years. Look at most current day cartoons, zero plot and pure brain rot. I honestly, like, no. When I was a kid, most cartoons, like, shows on TV, had no continuous plot. It was mostly, episodic. I would say kids nowadays get more, like, serialized, long-form stories. I don't really have an issue with that. It's more like other things in the writing. SpongeBob? I love SpongeBob when I was a kid. But, like, look in the last, like, 10, 15 years of cartoons. Yeah, like, Adventure Time had, like, a storyline. Gravity Falls had, like, a continuous story. Steven Universe. Like, all these, like, big... I don't know, man. I feel like they're pretty... I feel like they're more serialized now than they were when I was a kid. The only thing I watched when I was a kid that was serialized with, like, a continuous story was the fucking animated Spider-Man cartoon. And I think that wasn't actually actively airing. I think it was running reruns. Some of those are a decade old. Yeah, I know, but they're still, like, there's still relevant discussion. I guess I need to pull up, ones that are out more recently, but I'll be honest, I just don't know that many of them. I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid. One recent change... Dude, yeah, Spider-Verse actually caused some positive change. I fucking love them trying to get creative with the styling like that. I should probably split hairs on this file system more to not just have all the non-mineable or farmable items in items, but, you know. The Vista interface. Hey, you like my overlay, bro? Puss in Boots Last Wish was a banger. That was just like a well-written story with good characters, too. Also, they had a villain that was fucking evil. That's a cold take complaint. Everyone complains about it. Disney don't be having evil villains. I just watched Hoppers. That one didn't need an evil villain. Honestly, I like how they handled where the villain isn't really like a haha, I will do evil thing just to be evil, and he's just like a guy. I like how they handled it in that. But like a lot of times, I kind of wish they just had an evil guy, you know? They need to run back Frollo. They would never fucking make Frollo now. They wouldn't even make Scar now, nonetheless Frollo. The king from Wish was the hero, changed my mind. For me to debate that, I would have had to fucking watch Wish. It was on in the background while I was home for Christmas. I couldn't be bothered to watch it. All that I picked up on from it being on in the background is that, holy shit, it actually sounds AI generated. The dialogue is so fucking bad, it's unreal. They call it Wish because you wish it was over. Alright, let's hit him with a magnet. Technically, I need magnetite to mine out of the dirt as well. Disney stuff gone downhill since 2019. If we're talking, like, Disney animated, that shit's gone downhill since, like, the fucking 2000s, dog. What's the last good, like Disney, not Pixar, Disney animated film? Wish was so bad, Wish merch was on sale at Disneyland while the movie was still new. Oh, no, bro. What's my favorite song on this album? It's probably Orange County, but, like, I don't know. That's just the one that kind of vibes. The whole album kind of works. Emperor's New Groove. I fucking love Emperor's New Groove. Nah, because I'd say Princess and the Frog was real good. That was a good, like, 2D animated Disney animation. Definitely wish they made more like that. Encanto? I need to watch Encanto. That way I can actually identify the songs instead of going, this shit sounds Colombian. Tangled? Tangled was great, honestly. Inside Out was Pixar, right? Not Disney proper. A common material. Metallic bar. Go-Go was solid. They're not, dude, are they even gonna make a fucking movie as funny as Emperor's New Groove again? Is Up earlier or Inside Out? There is a difference between those movies of 6 years, and Up is the earlier one. Inside Out was 2015, Up was 2009, I believe. Yeah, I am. Yo, Mox, thank you for the 500 bits. Zootopia 2? I haven't seen that one. I only just watched Zootopia 1. That's another one that really fucking pounds in the, its points over and over again. Also, pray that new Muppets can save Disney comedy. How's that Muppets TV show they made? I didn't watch it. Can you give me a yay or nay on Muppets TV show? New Gorilla's better than Cracker Island. I agree, but I liked Cracker Island pretty well. Song Machine, not so much. Look, man, they whiff sometimes. It's so, you know what? I gotta say, I like that an album's come out that other people actually have listened to, so I can talk about it. Most of the time, the shit that I'm listening to is like, yeah, maybe if you're like some hipster weirdo, you want this, but it was good. Very cute to have the same feel as the original. Bless up. It's experimental, so all types of influences. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad they try shit. That's what makes it good. Disney is gonna have a comeback soon. It's a pattern. I saw someone explain they always have flop years and then come out with really good movies next time. Bro. No, you don't understand. I have to keep playing the slot machine. It's gonna pay out. No, there's a pattern. You see, you lose a lot, but then, after a set amount of losing, then there's a win. Bro, trust me. Stater. Guy who just learned about business cycles. Bro, it's a solved game. If Song Machine is their weakest album, that's an amazing track record. I mean, they have an amazing track record. I think Disney don't have to give a shit anymore because, I'm gonna be real, I think Disney movies are not gonna get good again until they run out of old good properties to turn into shitty live action movies. And just generally, like, exploit. When they run out of shit to make sequels of, and they can't be making more live-action movies, people are just burnt out on that, that's the only time they're gonna innovate. And even then, I feel like it's gonna take a while because, holy fuck, people are done with Marvel, and they're still making Marvel slop. Oi. The stationary part of a or generator. Most people probably don't know what a stator is. That'll... Mr. Streamer with the fallout of Fort. Do you think games will start going back to their good roots? Or are they too far lost? I don't know well enough to make a good prediction on that one, I fear. Live actions make too much in the West. Yeah, well, the main reason is that they can sell them internationally, right? Like, yeah, Americans don't give a fuck, but they don't really care. Because people that don't know English think they like watching them. You'll know we're cooked when they start trying to remake Robin Williams movies. Dog, they already did a live-action Aladdin. It's fucking over, dog. Opinion on Iron Lung. Oh, I saw it. I went and saw that movie with friends who didn't know who Markiplier was. It definitely had some, as someone who's watched a lot of amateur movies, had a couple amateur movie moments, for sure. But I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty fucking intrigued. What are you listening to? It's a new Gorillaz album. This shit gonna get the VOD giga muted, but I don't care, dog. Streak maintained, gotta leave so I don't make a mistake. Oh no, bro. Welcome in, Hyperion Red. What did your friends think since they didn't have the Markiplier context? I mean, for... most of them were just like, they were just like, oh, I got a little crazy at the end. There's like a part where the movie feels like it could end. And I thought the movie was gonna end, and then it doesn't. And then there's an additional, like, holy shit, maybe this comes around? I don't want to spoil the film. But, I don't know, man. I was pretty, I mean, the only thing is I was definitely getting thrown, I knew Markiplier made this movie. I did not know that he fucking played the main guy. I didn't realize this was his Black Tank Top movie. I thought that he just produced it. Because there's other YouTubers that have produced independent movies. But I didn't realize that he produced it and he acts in it. And not like as like a cameo. It's not like Peter Jackson being the one pirate on the ship in Lord of the Rings Return of the King. No, he is the main character in a movie that basically only has one guy in a room for an hour and a half. He is the main character in a movie where it's just him in a room. Bro was straight Neil Breening it. I mean, he's a better actor than Neil Breen. There are some times where the acting wasn't very good, but also, like, you really need, like, a great actor to play a role where they're just by themselves the whole time. He had CGI for the movie, too? He got hospitalized while making the movie? Yeah, because, like, of something that happened during the movie, or because he, like, ate a whole chicken wing? Thought it'd be hard to separate it. Yeah, at the beginning, I was like, holy fuck, it's Markiplier. He's a Five Nights at Freddy's guy. But then after, like, 10 minutes, I was just like, yeah, I'm sold on the character. I really like, you can't say he's Neil Breening if he didn't hire significantly younger women to be the love interest of his self-insert. True. There's, like, almost no women in this movie. There's one woman in this movie. And she looks like a character from a sci-fi original. That was the part, that... the set, not the set dressing, the way they presented the only other characters in the movie for the brief time that you see them. Like, Simon is like a pretty believable character, but the other characters, I was like, I've seen a lot of sci-fi original sloppa. They look like that. Like, dead ass. I was getting strong vibes on that. Oh my gosh, dude. Jacksepticeye was in it too? Wait, what? Who is he? Wait, once again, I gotta reiterate, there's barely any fucking people in the movie. Can I talk about the plot of Iron Lung? You guys there's a game, the game's been out a while, but like everyone that's seen it that wanted to see it's probably seen it, right? I've waited thoroughly after it's in the, radiation, if that helps. Oh, he's the irradiated guy. I didn't have the money to see it, no. Seeing the other people was kind of unnecessary. I get, like, oh, it fleshes the world out a little bit. I haven't, but it's been a while. So, the whole thing takes place in a sub. And you're like, okay, there's only like so many things you can really do here. But it does a pretty good job of keeping you constantly wondering what's gonna happen next, I guess. Electric motor. Chat, right? Anything when the... Okay, I won't do spoilers. No, I won't do spoilers. The game's developer was in the movie, too. Dog, there's no way all these people had cameos in the movie. There's only, like, 2 people seen for, like, 60 seconds other than Mark in the whole fucking thing. The way that they, like, reveal different stuff throughout the movie is very... good. I feel like it keeps... There's like a lull at like 30 minutes in where it drags on a little for like 10 minutes. But other than that, like, I feel like the pacing in it was pretty damn good. Like, they're constantly revealing new info. You're always wondering, like, what's real, what the whole thing is. They reveal, like... the history of our main character, because he's just kind of there at the beginning. And then you find out, like, oh, was it this? Oh, maybe it's actually this. Oh, maybe he's not what you think he is. Oh, maybe this isn't what you think it is. And there's like, it doesn't seem, there's like a little bit of that lull in the beginning, in the first third of the movie. And then it seems to lock in and like keep paced pretty well, I'd say. I actually made a quick appearance behind him for one frame. Did you see the 22,000 calorie chocolate bunny from Costco? That's fucking awesome. Why would they make that? It's cool to see an ancient YouTuber have success like this. Ancient YouTuber, dog! He's not... I mean, I guess he's pretty old now, hey? Electric motor. Cannot generate in mine. We'd add some crafting recipes. We're actually short a decent amount. Why do I hear Spanish? That's the gorillas talking. How's the alligator 3D print? It's still running. It's gonna finish up, like, right as stream is beginning. And then I'm gonna have to print off all the little teeth. Which, that's a lot easier than the rest of the print, so... So those won't take long, but man, does the main one take long. I'm actually impressed. My P1S, towards the front corner, the bed adhesion is not as good as it should be. It's like gotten worse over time. But it's managed to hold together for this part. I think it also has a lot of the other support, so that the poor adhesion in the one corner isn't as affected by the rest of the thing. But the A1, that shit is corner to corner just packed. And it's slammed through. Can we see what it looks like right now? Hang on. I'll go take a picture. I don't have like a live camera feed on it. Oh, wait, I guess I can. Hang on. Nah, you know what? I'll take a picture and then just show you static. One second. Should have told you to put some location, tabs, slots, pegs, whatever, but you sounded bored with it yesterday. The top print. Yeah, I sounded bored with it because I've been fucking grinding for 4 hours, and I knew I was gonna have to stream for another 5 hours later that day. I did not want to fuck around. Like... I knew that I had a lot of work to... I knew I had to clean the basement to get ready for my evening stream. And I had been in Blender for 4 hours. I like doing stuff with game dev. I like doing this stuff. I like doing the actual stream part. But, like... not a big fan of grinding it out and nitpicky Blender stuff. I'll be able to fucking glue it together, don't worry. For the two halves. Regular glue stick works great for adhesion. Yeah, I just need to get one. Your first mistake was using Blender. Bro, just learn a new CAD, bro. Just learn new stuff. Bro, you're old, but learn a new thing you're unfamiliar with for this project that needs done tomorrow, bro. I'm not giving Autodesk my fucking money. Also, something that's all, like, stylized and contoured like this would be fucking hell to make in CAD. I DM'd you about the fusion thing. Bro, I know you're like, you do this as a job, so it's very explicitly commercial use and are thus targeted for license interrogations. And I also know that you fucking live stream yourself doing it on the internet so that there is video proof of trying to get around the very strict and police license limitations. But bro, here's how you can cheat the license system. Bro, here's a cool tip on how you can cheat Autodesk. One of the most litigious companies in the fucking space. That's why I said use your judgment. My judgment is to tell you to pound fucking sand, brother. I can't use the cool. In college, I'd be like, hell yeah, brother. Not now, though. Now, they actually will fuck me. Stop telling me to pirate shit. Oh, so many of you guys, oh, I don't understand why you say this is bad. You can just steal it, Lamau. No, I can't. I film myself doing everything with the tool. What are you talking about, dog? It'll be like when I downloaded VirtualBox at work to run something for like 10 minutes, and their fucking lawyers sent a letter to my workplace and was like, doesn't look like you have the seats for this. I never told you to pirate anything. You're telling me to take advantage of a license exploit, which, if you're in college, great deal. If you're a hobbyist, I'm not telling you not to do it. Honestly, anything to fuck over Autodesk, because I hate Autodesk. But when you are an enterprise, you can't do it now. They actually go, like, and I'm gonna be, like, I understand not knowing that. I understand not knowing it, because I also didn't realize how psychotic it is. But, like, literally, when I worked for a big company in R&D, we would have random companies be like, hey, we noticed downloads of our software in the town that your company is located in, and we're demanding an audit of all, we're demanding IT give us an audit of all your PCs and what's installed to prove that you aren't using our software without a license, or we're going to fucking subpoena you with a court order so we can sue you for exploiting the license. Like, they do that all the time. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could basically just be like, hey, you have to show us everything or we're gonna fucking sue the shit out of you. And it's like, yeah, if they weren't doing anything wrong, they could be like, fuck off, and then it would go to court and they would spend a lot of money running through all your shit and then go, oh yeah, okay, you don't have to pay us anything. But it would be a massive pain in the ass, and you've also now, like, expose company records to some other thing. I'm telling you, man, you don't realize how crazy they are. And if you think, oh, well, you're just one guy. Nah, dude. There was a guy we used to buy. Okay, so it was a factory type setting, right? We had a lot of shit. First of all, you're gonna be amazed how many dudes are able to basically live off of inventing some little thing that no one would ever imagine needs to be made. We had a guy who made like an interlock for like a working cell, like where you have like these like thick acrylic cases around like your robotics thing, and then there's like a lock on it that you have to disengage by doing like a tag out. And the guy that made that lock was just like making them in his garage, right? And we had a lot of little things like that we would buy for the factory, where it'd be like, yeah, this cost a guy like $20 to make, but he's done all the engineering and he got like safety certs on it, so we'll pay him $800 each for them. And because it's a big company, that's actually more worth it than paying an engineer to design it themselves. So there's a lot of people that do that. One of the guys that made one of our things like this got shut down because Autodesk found out he didn't pay for Fusion. And the way that they found out is that they asked him for the CAD drawing of the part, which is pretty common for like fitting to an enclosure, and it has an invisible signature in the file that tells like information about the computer it was on and the version that it was made with, and they found out he was running a bad copy of it. They sue him for his life? I mean, I think he came back to making stuff, but they got a lot of money out of him for that. Autodesk and Adobe as well. They're fucking evil. They are the worst of the worst as far as software companies go. They will not let it down. And if you think that they're the only ones that do shit like this, you're wrong on that too, because fucking every company that sells shit to big like industries crack the fuck down. Image Line will fuck your entire musical career. Yes, dude. They do it too. We had issues because one dude used an education version of 3ds Max and it poisoned the files. Yeah, see, I'm telling you. Thank you for the educational rant. Anyway, it's a long way of saying I appreciate you trying to help out. I know you're a good guy, but don't send me guides going, well, bro, just get around the license like this. I can't do it. Not anymore, man. Not anymore. And you know what? Like, I make money off of this, and I can afford to buy the stuff when I need to. And I pay for it so that you can get it in questionable ways and they don't go after you. At some point, as you get older, you start realizing that you come to the realization that your role has changed. And now instead of being the guy who's taking advantage of all the suckers that pay, you're now the guy that pays so that the younger people without money can get it for free and they don't care as much. Same with, you shows your WinRAR. I use 7-zip, actually. Same with movies. Man, not 10 years ago, you wouldn't catch me fucking dead buying a movie. Now, it's like, do I really want to go on the private tracker, get the torrent, get it auto? I even have a system where I click on the link, it auto throws it onto my NAS, which has a script that downloads it, puts it in a pre-sorted media file, and then connects with Plex. And it's like, do I really want to do that? And then like have Plex like run and generate the transcoded version so that it doesn't stutter when I cast it. And then do I really, and then set, or do I want to go, Amazon Prime Video, $3 to watch this movie? My friends are sitting there waiting. Oh, you want to watch the movie? I go, you know what? Here's $3, Amazon. I'll watch the movie for $3. I'm telling you, man, it's at some point. The only stuff I would consider getting like that now are things where it's more of a pain in the ass to use the real version. But for a lot of things, well, I mean, was it Gabe Newell who was like, piracy is an availability issue? I'm never fucking pirating a game. Because it's way easier to just fucking buy it on Steam. Most of the time it's like $5. Bro out the money to pay to save time. I think it was 3 years into an engineering job when I realized that I'd rather pay $3 than fiddle around for 20 minutes. I pay every month for Adobe and deduct it on taxes, but I use the cracked version because it runs better. Yeah, it's because Adobe's shit is aggressive. I remember my Plex phase, it lasted like 4 years and it wasn't worth the hassle of maintenance. I'm gonna be real, I don't Plex anything for the last year because my server is out of date and the app says I need to update the server, like, on the main server to be able to use it anymore, and I just can't be fucking bothered. But I do need to do it because I have a massive collection of movies on there, including ones that I've ripped from Blu-rays. One of my favorite parts of this song, you can hear the Indian singer laughing because he's having fun recording with Damon. That's awesome. Plex makes you pay to stream your own stuff. Fuck off with that. I've never paid Plex. Paid Plex! Fucking cent. Why the hell would I pay to stream on my server? Like monthly or like once? Because I get buying software for one deal. Using the Docker image and setting it to restart occasionally for Plex myself. It updates on startup, so it's easy. Fuck, man. Maybe I just need to run that. My NAS is set up with free NAS. Loki, want to see Slab do stupid shit on camera? Alright, come back in the evening stream. That's... You're in the chill morning stream where I'm dicking around with this. Alright, hang on. Let's add some... We need a lot more crafting recipes, actually. Pull up the fucking chart. Do I have copper wire as a object? I know I have the sprite. First we mine, then we craft. That's Minecraft! Copper wire, we eating good today. Is that where the fun stuff is? The night stream? It's... okay. There is no scheduled stream in the morning, but I often stream in the morning if I wake up early enough and I feel like it, right? And that's where I'll just play games, or in this case, do my little game dev project. But in the evening, 6 p.m. Eastern, on Monday, Tuesday, it's typically Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I do my project streams. Those are like the big planned streams, right? This Friday, I won't be streaming, because I will be celebrating Easter with my family, but back on the next week, I'll be back at it on the normal schedule. What's this diagramming tool? It's called UMLit. It's used for making UML diagrams. It's a relatively new development. Yeah, it is. I started in like January. Really upped my fucking stream hours. I've been snobbed for my stream hours before. And I give a shit, really. But people will be like, oh, you only stream like 50, 60 hours a month. And it's like, yeah, because most of the time spent is setting up the stream. Because they're big projects. But now that I've started doing these, I'm like, damn, this is what it's like to just be like a normal streamer that isn't doing all that. I used to use Draw.io or something for UML. I wanted something that ran locally, and I'm pretty sure that's a web tool. Is the 3D printer still at work? Yes. Hang on. Hang on. I just literally went and took a picture of it because people asked. People ask me about it. Save. These are gonna be fucking massive. They're from my phone. Hang on. Sort my shit, dog. Oh, here we go. I told you it was gonna be huge. Alright. This is the progress we've made so far. This is the head. I've split it in half. You can see the bisected line. So this part is done, and then the part up here is the long snout. This thing is gonna be fucking huge. By the way, you know, just in case you were wondering. He's gonna be a big boy. And then, let's see. And then the other, this is the bottom half. Now, I realized I should have bought more green. I only got one spool of green. So the bottom half is gray. He's pretty far along. This will do the P1S. Look, see, I told you I had a little bit of that bed adhesion problem on the end, but I think it ended up not affecting the final product too much. I'm also recording a time lapse of the one on the A1, so I can include that in the edit. Do you spray paint them? Can? Yes. Will? No. He's just gonna be Robo-Croc. I hate writing cover letters. Literally the worst shit of all time, dog. I don't blame you. The Crocinator. I mean, we've gotten all this. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. I forgot. Copper and tin nugget need to be combined into a copper nugget to copper ingot. Do I have to craft? Okay, I need to be able to craft the nuggets into ingots and then smelt them into... Okay, no, but that... So here's the problem. You can't set up more than one input to your furnace. So this doesn't actually make sense. There needs to be an intermittent, like making like bronze blend or something, and then turning that into a crude bronze ingot. Can't wait to show Slab the bead ciggies I'm gonna make. Someone's already made cigs. On the chart. What I need to do is integrate the animals you've made. We have cigs. And I've integrated not all of the fermentation recipes, but a decent amount of them. Oh, bead ciggies. Oh! Okay, wait, I see what you're saying now. Let's see here. Charcoal. What is this? Wood? Yeah, it is. 2 horses make 1 crude horse. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Making alloys is going to be a big thing. Levels of furnace. Yeah. So this is already, like, a blast furnace is an alloying furnace, where the fuel is not agnostic. Like, you have to use coal coke to make it. And the furnace is actually instantiated as a, as an assembler, not as a, like, furnace type. Alright, hang on. Breaker goes to coal furnace. Did I set up crafting for all those, or just the items? Machine recipes, no. Coal smelter. Oh, I did! Even though we don't have that made yet. Last week I got to talk with talent acquisition at Duke Energy. Got told all spots were taken. Ah, shame, man. Hey, man, it sucks getting, trying to go through all this, but... you'll find something. I really hate... I sin out, man. When I was job hunting, it was 2017 to 2018. And, it was pretty rough, even for engineering. I sent out, like, probably 80 or 90 resumes, and fuck them asking for cover letters. They're getting mad now. They're getting mad that people are AI generating their cover letters. I don't like AI shit, but I would AI generate the fuck out of a cover letter. 'Cause actually go fuck yourself for making me write a cover letter. Oh, man. They're using AI to screen the applications. They've been using algorithms to screen applications for longer than, like, LLMs have existed. Nobody cares about cover letters except HR. It's literally just, it's like a humiliation ritual. No, write about how much you want to work at our company. I had a template? Yeah, that's what I did, too. If they demanded a cover letter, I would go through the template. I had a couple templates, depending on what they were hiring, like, specifically for. I'm unemployed and places like Target won't even hire me because they know you're gonna leave. You're actually, and I had this too, because I needed work just to, like, tide me over, right? But they're like, oh, you're overqualified. You're not gonna stick around. You're only gonna stick around as long as what you actually want doesn't come around. So then they just won't fucking hire you for anything that isn't, like, something they know is temp. Oh, please, I love your company so much. I am a broke shud. I hope you deem worthy. It's like basically what it is, dog. Yeah, omit the fact you have a degree. I'm not saying lie on your resume, but the people that get hired instead of you are lying on their resume. I'm not saying lie on your resume, but I know some dudes who were the bottom barrel of the class that got hired at companies that definitely would never hire them if they were honest. So I know their ass took the spot of someone who actually knows shit. I hate when they ask why I want to work for the company. I mean, I think it's pretty easy to answer that question. Just be like, this is what interests me about working here. If you're going to apply to, like, Walmart, yeah, fuck off, dog. I want to work for you so I don't starve. But if you're like, in your field with your degree, you should have a reason why you want to work. Right? Like, that's what you went into your specialty for. It's annoying, but you should have an answer to that question. Alright, hang on. Let's get some crafting recipes on here. It's not lying, it's just selective storytelling practice. It's not it's lying by omission, a lot of them. Bro is fucking flexing on all the people talking about their jobs. Dude, that rocks. Petite Baguette, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Congrats on your promotion, brother. I'm nervous about getting my decision. Yeah, that... I mean, oh my gosh. My stress levels dropped so much when I was out of college. I fucking... dude, I even had NASA on the resume, and they still were throwing my shit straight in the trash. Selective storytelling practice. Hire that man for the next live-action Disney movie. Maybe they thought you were lying. I mean, I had a reference for it. Followed my boss from one retail job to another, and when she was doing the interview for me to work at the new job, she asked why I wanted to work there, and I didn't have a better answer than you're here and current job's gone to shit. That's pretty legitimate. I want to do Twitch for art and money. Don't go into trying to stream with the intent that you're gonna make money. I say this as someone who makes money off Twitch now. Pancake, thank you for the 13 months. Thank you. Also, thank you for maintaining the fucking Minecraft server on the Discord. The strongest warrior. If you made an automated system and you were hiring for an entry-ish positions, you might filter big things to filter liars. I want to stream so I might have other humans to talk to. The sweet spot, in my opinion, was when I hit like 15 viewers. That's when streaming becomes the most fun. Because when you have like 5 viewers, you're having to do a lot of talking, and there's not really a lot of people talking back at you. And then, but by the time you're like at 10 to 15, then there's always like gonna be at least like 2 people in chat yapping. So it's not just you talking to one guy, and it's not just you talking to yourself. 20 is where a community starts to form. Yeah. I hit, my first wall, because I started out at like 10, because I was already known a bit, right? And then I grew to about 20 to 30. And I hit, that was like the wall for me. But that was when I started having like a pretty cohesive community. You have to get lucky with chatters you actually like to chat. I don't want to say you won't. But you're gonna have to put up with a lot of really annoying people when you're starting out. Because it's something a lot of people don't do. Because when you only have like 3 people that chat, and one of them's really fucking annoying, you're like, well, I can't ban him. He's one of like 3 people that actually chats. But it's like, you gotta make a decision. How annoying are they? if they're worth it or not. Now, if someone's being annoying, I can just ban them and not really worry about it too much. But When you're starting out, it feels like you're really decimating your small community when you knock someone out, especially if they talk a lot and other people know they're there. How annoying and driving potential others away. That's the main thing. And I'm found this out early on because I watched other people's streams, so I would ban people for being annoying even when I was small. Just because I was like, hey, I watch a bunch of other small streamers, and I don't want to chat when there's one person trying to hog the convo and being, like, obnoxious about it. It's literally better long-term not to. There's several, like, walls people hit in growing their stream, and that's one of them. 10 viewers, ban 1, literally decimating the original meaning. Oy, oy. There's like a lot of cultural shift. Hit them with a reading around their message anytime someone else speaks. You do that for a bit to, like, because a lot of people will get the hint. And it's like, yeah, you need to, like... I don't really want to talk about this. When I was starting out, I had some people that wanted to, like, fucking argue about, like, current events shit. And I'd be like, actually, fuck off, dog. Dude, that was the end of the album. Hang on. What do you guys want to watch next? Get this fucking... Skip. There we go. My skip button could not work fast enough. No. Yacht rock. Current event Andes are a whole genre. Guy who wants to complain about politics in my chat where I might not even agree with his politics. Guy who when you're a small when you got like 15 viewers and there's an archetype of guy that comes in, and their archetype is wants to argue about politics without knowing if you agree with them, but also puts you, like, intentionally puts you on the spot to basically dare you to disagree because they want to argue. So, like, they'll come in and say some extreme shit that they know a lot of people will disagree with and just fucking challenging you to say anything about it. So that you can, like, so that they can argue with you, basically. Or try to, like, start shit. It's the most annoying type of, like, small streamer chatter. And it's only in real small streams, because any bigger streams and they just get instantly zapped from orbit. Oi, oi. I've joined streams with 30 or 40 and I'm the only one talking. Now, I'm not saying that's because they're botting, but a lot of people do be botting. Well, depends on the type of stream. Some stream types are just, you throw it on in the background while you do stuff. And some streams just have slower chats in general. What album do I put on here? What do I subject you guys to? Yeah, ASMR, just expect no one's talking in it. Or, like, ones where they're more chill. And even some, like, gaming ones, if the guy's just kind of locked in. Here, let's listen to this album. I like this album. ASMR, they don't have hands free to type. Are you implying people are jerking off to ASMR streams? Oh, some of them. How do you tell the difference between a lurker and a botter? If you want to get technical about it, there are ways to tell. You can get an extension. What is it called? And it's not perfect, for what it's worth. Is it Twitch Enhancer? I think it's Twitch Enhancer. That shows people in the chat versus view count. It's not, and as I said, it's not always, and it's different. Like, if you get a big raid, you're gonna have more people in chat than you will views. But typically, if you have way more views than people in the chat, that generally means they're botting. Even then, there's a lot of, like, it's not worth getting hung up on. People, I've seen, and especially small streamers and V-tweeters and the like, love doing this. They will run themselves fucking ragged with spite, trying to get people for botting. And, like, destroy their entire social media presence making cringe call-out posts. That, either accusing people of botting or complaining that there's like 20 more people in the chat than are represented on the view counter, and how evil Twitch is, and they're hurting small streamers because they're misrepresenting the view count. Like, just, you want my advice? If you want to start streaming, don't fucking do that. It makes you look cringe. ASMR, mukbang, and everything is my life. Oh my gosh. Mukbangs I can't get behind. ASMR, if it's like a certain genre, I can get behind it. Alright, maybe I turned this up a little too much. Everyone who does that is assuming they know. I mean, like, I've never heard this song before. This is the album Play the Songs You Like by Radiator Hospital. I don't know how well known this album is, but I like it quite a lot. Virtual Barbershop, my goat. See, I love that shit. I love, like, the 3D audio type stuff, or like Guy, like, showing you how to, like, make something, or like some kind of, like, you know, that kind of deal. I don't like the people who are like I really like Lonely Road from this album. Yeah! I'm surprised you've listened to this one. Lonely Road's a good one. I like this one. Pastoral Radio Hit. Long Distance Dedication is a fucking banger opener. Absolutely Positive is pretty good. I just checked, that shit is from 1996. What, Virtual Barbershop? The clay ASMR where they crush the clay objects. I don't really get into those. I don't get into, like, the people playing with slime and shit. I don't, not like I have anything specifically against it. I don't think it's so much that it really grosses me out or anything. It's just that, like, it's not really my taste, you know? Alright. Copper ingot from nuggets. We're short on a lot of crafting recipes, so let's start getting these. Resulting. Copper ingot. Resulting quality, 1. Craft time. Normal. 1. What? Oh, wait. Okay, I forgot how I set this up. Recipe ingredient, drop down, item, copper nugget, quantity, 4 to 1 ingot. I don't know what I would do without you, ASMR anime made ear cleaning 1 hour to fall asleep to. It's the only thing keeping me together in these trying times. What about it is an anime made? Do they talk? I could fucking stick a Q-tip in a mic for 1 hour and just fucking upload that shit with an anime PNG as the thing and be like, anime ear cleaning. Give me money. Give me views, motherfucker. How are you handling backups? Oh, it's version controlled, if that's what you mean. I've been watching people sawing logs on a sawmill. Falling asleep to literal sawing logs is like... That's like something my dad would look up to do. Drop that shit on the second channel. Watch it hit the algo, bro. Oh, you know what I should do? Hang on, tomorrow is April 1st. I just realized. Hang on. What's some dumb shit I could make fast that I could upload to the second channel as a bit? Now is the time for me to make up. I had this idea a while ago. I said, wouldn't it be funny if I uploaded a video called 1 hour of Dark Souls facts? Like, lore, because people upload these, like, lore video game videos all the time, and then it's just all made up. And I've never played the game or know what anything is called, so it's all fucking bullshit. Please do a Pokemon lore video. Oh, maybe it should be... Pokemon lore video? That's a great... That's a great bit, because I don't even know how to pronounce the fucking names. It's presented in ASMR, so I get real close to the mic, and I'm like, did you know Gengar is actually a grass type in Pokemon Purple? And do some shit like that. Comprehensive history of Wooper. That's the only one I know. 1 hour of you saying I've never played them slowed down to last an hour. That would be gas, bro. Hang on. I gotta draft some... We're gonna go on a fucking side quest here. Let me get my... Hang on, I started making this crafting recipe. 10 nugget... Or 10 ingot from... Nugget. Result. 10 ingot. One of them. Average craft time. Add. Recipe ingredient. Drop down. 10 nugget. 4. There you go. Claude, what's some dog shit I can do? Hang on. Maybe this is something that would be... Let's see what ChatGPT can do for me here. New chat. Can you make me a list of 100 fake Pokemon facts that sound kinda real? Go into detail. Alright, this is to get a start. This is to seed. This wouldn't be read directly off. But, like, just to seed the ideas. Go into detail on each one. And give an explained reasoning. Feel free to straight up make up locations, characters, and Pokemon to make the facts work. Yeah, let's see what it gives me. Let's see what this, It's generating a paragraph for each one of these. Is it actually gonna make a fucking 100 of these? Hang on. Hang on. maybe reading AI-generated fake Pokemon facts on its own would be fucking hilarious. Cause bro is boiling a lake somewhere. Yeah, feeding another hectare of the Amazon rainforest into the fucking generator so that I can generate a list of facts that starts with, in early design documents, Pikachu was briefly planned to have a third evolution called Gorachu. This discarded form was said to have fangs, horns, and a more aggressive temperament, and in some internal notes, it was supposedly described as Raichu overcharged beyond stability. Why they gave reasoning why it sounds real under each of these. Bro is burning the forest for nothing. I'm not gonna read those. That one's real? That's real though? That's not fucking real. That's a real fact. Alright, hang on. I gotta stop this. Waiting for the complete message. Hang on. How do I stop it? It won't stop. Gorachu making it's not what? No, it's not. Gorochu. List of unused character. Wait. Pikachu originally had a second evolution called Gorachu. Wait, that is a fucking real fact. Are you for real? Wait, why did Jenner... The only thing it lied about is that it was a third evolution and not a second one. Wait, how many of these are real? Dumbass AI reverse trolls. Imagine if I made this and it was all fucking real facts. That's fucked up. I ask it to give me lies and it gave me real. Why it sounds real. Pokemon has a long history of scrapped evolutions and beta concepts, and the idea of Pikachu getting an extra form sounds like something fans would expect from early development experimentation. Okay, but it literally is real. Hang on. Fact number 2. The Indigo League's original badge requirement was supposed to be 10 badges, not 8. 2 badges were allegedly cut late in production. The Sound Badge from a music-themed city and the Mist Badge, which would have belonged to a fog-covered harbor town. Is that real or is that also fake? Well, now you're really gonna fucking wonder, aren't you? Reading off 100 facts that might be real and might not. The sounding badge. They gotta add a sound. Cubone skull is not always its mother's skull. In some regions, it is a ceremonial ancestral mask. A remote desert tribe in western Kanto supposedly raises Cubone by gifting them carved bone helmets, leading to the myth being only partially true. Hang on, I'm giving you... Yeah, we're now doing a little aside here. You got Gonzo. There was once a Johto side quest involving an elderly trainer named Toma who studied shiny Pokemon migration. He believed shrines were not random, but echoes of old migratory patterns tied to magnetic fields and ancient ruins. The move Splash was originally meant to lower the user's weight for one turn. This would have allowed odd interactions with moves like Low Kick and early prototypes of an environmental battle mechanics, but the effect was removed and the move was left almost useless as a joke. I can't tell if this is Slab or Slab AI reading these. It's me reading them. The hell are you reading? I'm reading fun Pokemon facts to fall asleep to. I'm just reading facts, bro. Some of these I'm pretty sure are not real. Message delivery timed out. Please try again. Just uploading this to YouTube tomorrow and passing it as real will actually go crazy. I'm wondering how many of these are actually false. I feel like some of them are real. Please add rain sounds for the ASMR, but have it get heavier until your voice is fully drowned out. Dude, okay, hang on. After, dude, I gotta sit down and just fucking read through open up Audacity and just fucking read through all this shit. Reviewing chess pieces for 1 hour, not moves, the pieces themselves. Including, having random ones in here that aren't fake is funnier. What if, 80% of the way through I started... I started changing what game it was. What if I started giving, like, Zelda facts? The facts, some are real, and some sort of sound. Alright, you know what? Never mind, I found another use for AI that's actually fucking hilarious. Oh, wait, yeah, no, switch to Digimon facts. Add some random, hang on, wait, yeah, throw in some fucking random Digimon facts. Throw in some random Digimon facts, throw in some random, fucking, what's that Steam game that's like Pokemon but not? Throw in some facts for that. I've played it before, I can't remember what it's called right now. Monster Rancher, Dragon Quest, Pal World, yeah, throw in some Pal World facts. People are gonna be going through these like, this isn't real, this isn't real. Okay, hang on. After let's do a little more game dev. I'm gonna maybe end the morning stream a little earlier than usual. I got something to do, and I feel like it's gonna be funnier if you don't know what it is. Start venting about how that one Castlevania character stole your look. Is there a character in Pokemon that kind of looks like my avatar? Angemon has roughly 60,000 pornographic pieces of art made of her. Hang on, yeah, what's the Pokemon with the most with the most R34 entries. Making people question if it's real? That'd be fucking funny. This would be on a second channel too, so I don't give a shit. Professor Corn, Professor Oak. Did you know Professor Oak is actually named after a tree? That's funnier than a fucking fake fact. You don't want the answer for the Rule 34 one? Gardevour, Low Punny, and probably Vaporeon. Yeah, that's probably true, actually. Did you know Nurse Joy's name is Joy? She was named after the mood. She was named after the character from Inside Out 2015. Do you know Pikachu is just a fat fucking yellow rat? Wait, Sid the Professor Oak tree fact will follow it up with Professor... Professor Juniper is named after the planet? That's actually, hang on, you're actually cooking with that, dog. That's a good, because it's not fucking Jupiter. Hang on, notepad. Professor Oak is actually named after a tree of the same name. Oak trees grow everywhere acorns are. And are said to be deciduous. An alternate. The great oak of North America is, for this reason, often called the Professor. Professor Juniper is actually named after the planet of the same name. Did you know Ryan Reynolds voiced Detective Pikachu? Green Lantern sucks. Since its first release in 1997, the Pokemon franchise has made at least $9. How are you gonna get through this without laughing? Well, with the AI fake facts, I don't know enough about Pokemon to, like, laugh at it, I guess. If that makes sense. I literally don't know. Like, I could say something terribly wrong and it won't register because I don't know anything about Pokemon. Did you know Colress is named after the toothpaste? Did you know Ryan Gosling was in the final running to voice Detective Pikachu? Yeah, but they accidentally called the wrong Ryan because the director had both saved on his phone and he clicked the wrong one from the contacts. Hang on, that's a good one. That add that one as a fact. In Detective Pikachu, Ryan Gosling was supposed to play the role of our titular yellow rat character. Alright, it is gonna be hard to get this out without laughing. But the director called Ryan Reynolds by mistake. And when he... After called Ryan Reynolds in for the audition by mistake, as they were both saved as contacts on his phone, and he used Alexa to place the initial call. They were both saved. No, they were both saved as Ryan on his phone. Like, he just didn't put the last name. After hearing Ryan's signature, quote, rat screech, he decided that he was a better fit for the part. I've never seen Detective Pikachu. Does Pikachu talk in it? Also, does Ryan Reynolds play Pikachu? Or does he play the guy that talks to Pikachu? I just realized. Yes, he does. Yeah, follow-up fact, in Detective Pikachu, Danny DeVito was originally cast as Gengar. He plays Pikachu. Oh, he actually does. Was originally cast as Gengar, the rock giant. After audition, the director didn't feel like he embodied the giant part of the role. I actually have to make this, dude. I gotta bang this shit out. Throw it up with a static image on the screen. Have this shit go live at, like, tomorrow afternoon, man. Pick a random game, like Pokemon Ruby Edition is not canon, and just leave it at that. In the Pokemon anime series, Ash's mom actually fucks Mr. Mime, but they cut that part out. Imagine the comments. Rare joke repeat. Muck was originally named Cum, but due to Japanese being read right to left, it was mistranslated. There is no way. Hang on, that's I'd see it. They'd read the English transliteration. It was mistranslated, leading to the zany little character we now know. None of these start with "did you know?" Professor Oak is actually named after a tree of the same name. Oak trees grow everywhere acorns are and are said to be deciduous. The great oak of North America is, for this reason, often called the Professor. I'm gonna have to do so many fucking takes to get all this, dog. These are gonna be hard to read without laughing. Professor Juniper is actually named after the planet of the same name. Which was later... which was later used to name the infamous Greek god as seen in the 2009 film Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Yeah, actually, that's perfect. Save as Pokemon facts. There we go. Oh, no. All Pokemon are gay. That's why they're stored in the balls. Am I editing this? No, I'll cut it together myself. It'll be easy. Unless you, like, really, really want to, but I'm not gonna make money on this fucking video. So I'll just cut it together myself. I think it might be fun. It's just gonna be the audio cuts. I'll just need to, like, it'll basically be all audio with, like, a couple, like, art pieces, vignettes that slowly scroll by like they do on those fact videos. I really want to show stock footage of the wrong planet. Michael Jackson was the original secret 151st Pokemon. Did you know they made Pokemon Go so you specifically would finally go outside? Did you know they made Pokemon Go? Yeah, original versions of Pokemon Go. Pokemon were often placed on train tracks, leading to 3 children's deaths. Did you know the Pokeball's design was originally inspired by the Poland Ball comics? Hang on, that rocks, actually. Hang on, wait, is there some kind of, like... The government, used hacked Pokemon Go to put the Pokemon in the middle of the train tracks in a country we're at war with so that would kill children? Can we spin something like that? That would be a funny fake fact. It's, like, almost believable. Also, speaking of epic memes, check out this voiceover Senior Jin delivered to me. Hang on, what is this? Ah, it's opening fucking Discord in my browser. Do you know Pokemon is actually the Japanese translation for pocket creature? Pokemon Go was originally named Pokemon Go Fuck Yourself. Do you have a playlist of this type of music somewhere? It's my vibe. It's literally just this album. It's called, it's Play the Songs You Like by Radiator Hospital, released in 2017. It's a banger. It's a great driving through the country with the windows rolled down type of album, if that makes sense. When's the water making stream? Right here, buddy. Pisses on the mic for 20 minutes. Dude, I don't know what those boba teas did to me, but I could not stop shitting. It fucked me up. Speaking of pocket creature, pants grab. I have a content idea. You know how flamethrowers are legal in every state? Wait, find a wasp nest, then flamethrower it. You will get fucking attacked, dog. Gelatin is a laxant. Oh, wait. I was like, dude, nothing I had was spoiled or like bad in any way. Wait, is the alginate itself like a laxative? I was shitting like crazy. He also mentioned there's not one but two Pokestops on Epstein Island. Everyone will think it's another bit, but it's the only real fact in the... Wait, that's real? Hang on. Yeah, I'll throw that in. There is not one, but two... in Pokemon Go. There is not one, but two Pokestops located on Little St. James, a private island in the Atlantic, in the Great Atlantic Ocean. Pokemon found here could only be caught if you traveled there by boat. What are the Pokestops for? I was asking what I should do for April Fools because I forgot about it. And then I've conjured up sleeping video. It's a video that's like Pokemon facts to fall asleep to, but they're mostly made up. Slowbro was originally labeled the Hung Pokemon. This mistake was soon realized and patched out. Sodium alginate causes you to retain more water in your bowels? Well, I certainly wasn't retaining any of that water, that's for damn sure. That shit turned me into a fucking sprinkler. Did you know if an onyx bites its tail and you light it on fire, you can make another portal? Do you know Diglett's design is based on Steve Harvey? Did you know Diglett's... the part of Diglett you see isn't his head? Zitto with that one, bro. I feel like during these, I get less game dev done during these game dev streams than I do in like 15 minutes when I'm just dicking around after my actual stream. Do you know, according to a poll, insert Pokemon was most popular? Gingasar is the most popular Pokemon in North America. But in Brazil, Chainliar tends to hit higher. It's our job to distract you. Ain't that the way? Hang on, let's switch our albums again. What's another one we can throw on? There's no way this artist only has this many. Hang on. What is the name of this album? There we go. There we go. Do you know Mr. Mime is just some guy named Mike Cock? The fucking spelling it out doesn't work when I'm reading it. Pikachu is, in fact, not cute. Guarvar is the most sex-trafficked Pokemon. Did you know Mr. Mime eats out of a dog bowl, not because he is considered an animal, but because he likes to? Did you know some Pokemon are based on real animals? For example, why you fucked the joke up? You'd say, for example, Snorlax was actually based on your mother. That's what you would do. Come on, bro. You left the hanging punchline here. Hang on. Throw this one on there. Actually. I didn't want to overuse mother. Speaking of things that are overused. Okay, you brought it back with that one. Most Pokemon are based on real life, are based on or inspired by real life animals. For example, James Mime. For example, Pikachu is based... Or hang on, not Pikachu. For example, Charizard is based on the popular orange lizard of Mattoon. And Snorlax is based on your mother. He's gonna blow all his transitions during the morning stream again. Speaking of things that have been blowing too often. Also, Dalek, thank you for the 200 bits. And Digitizer, thank you for the 200 bits. Did you know Slowpoke's tail is a dish people ate? Can we do another St. James Pokemon fact? Nah, it's already long in the tooth to have one. I really think it shouldn't even have, like... It's questionable whether I should even have that, because, like, it's kind of a washed bit. Did you know Ditto is the most sought-for Pokemon by clubs? Did you know the music played in Lavender Town was changed between the Japanese and international releases? This was not because of it causing widespread psychological distress, as is commonly believed, but because the song fucking sucked. Did it cause emotional distress? Can we include a Digimon fact mixed in? Yeah, don't worry. I'll throw those in there too. I'm sorry, but the funniest read in this entire thing is the having the fact Professor Oak is named after a tree of the same name, and then following it up with Professor Juniper is actually named after the planet of the same name. That's so fucking funny, man. That's actually the greatest, like... That's so good. That's a troll. That's a devious one. I love looking at Juniper through my telescope. Digitizer, thank you for the 200 bits. How much, guys, how much game dev have we done today? We've added a handful of items and crafting recipes, and that's it. Can we get a little bit more work done, man? I want this shit to get, I want to finish up to here, basically. So that then I can add fishing. But I don't want all this backlogged. About 30 lines of code? Oh, no, bro. Alright, hang on. I'll show, for anyone who hasn't been keeping up, I'll show the current state of the game. I'm not using the AI voice, no. That actually sucks shit. I'd rather use myself. This is what the game looks like so far, by the way. These sprites need rework to actually have, like, little border edges. Because right now, this is all, like, lots of placeholder sprites on the environment. Craft the miner's hut. I need to fix this as well. But, you know, we'll fix shit later. Also needs to gray out the craft button when you don't have enough for it. The UIs are getting slowly less fucked as I get fed up with them looking bad and fixing small incremental details, but I need to just, like, rework them pretty heavily. Luckily, it is pretty parameterized, so it's not gonna be that hard to do it. It's like a cookie clicker mining game? Kind of. There's more crafting and, like, building elements. But it's meant to be more of, like an idle incremental than, like, something like Factorio or Minecraft or whatever. I've turned the speed on the auto mining way up, by the way. Let's see here. Typically, you wouldn't be able to do this because this part would be blocked behind getting the bronze pickaxe, but once again, I haven't added that part yet, so for debugging it makes it a little easier because I can just set up auto miners and then have this generate enough material that I don't have to craft stone to make everything. It's a little annoying in the beginning to have to do it with a assembler. Let's get some plants growing. If you guys saw me do this last time, barely anything has changed because I've literally been out of town and then planning streams. Let's grow some hemp. But you can also place... it shouldn't be called miner hut. It should be the farmer hut or whatever. Can I have one more Pokemon fact? Slowbro is big into crypto. You guys are kind of missing the point that, like, what makes them funny is sounding kind of believable. Legitimately, like... Wait, what? I don't have copper nugs? Oh, I didn't hit start on the sawmill. Oh my gosh, dude. Should I really make it so you can offset them hideously like this? Yeah, I think that human freedom is a blessing. Don't get me on the record with that one, little bro, okay? I don't want that kind of heat. Like how it's a bunch of different ore. Yeah, the way that I think about it, right, is that in something like Factorio or Minecraft or whatever, you have to deal with logistics. So all the machines need belts piped to them, or you have to, like, get the materials into them, which also limits how many ingredients you can have for a crafting recipe. But in this game, there's no logistics. It just pulls from inventory, and your inventory is global. And it just exists and fills up. So, you don't need... to offset the lack of difficulty due to the lack of logistics, what you can do instead is make a ton of materials and ores and everything, and make the crafting recipes a little more esoteric. So that you need a lot more items to make something. Like making one of these huts. Because look, you can put them on the top and back as well. I don't know. It takes like dirt, rocks, mud. And I want to eventually have it make straw so that you have to mine and grow wheat to get some reinforcement. Because you shouldn't be able to get this level of automation this fast. I mean, even with it going at 1/10 of the speed, because right now it's sped up by 10 for debugging. Oh man, I like logistics. I mean, there's plenty of games for you out there then. This one is just, it's stacked different, and that's kind of the point. Whoops. Get some grapes. Here, make me a fermentation tank, actually. Ferment me some wine. Oh, I don't have water? Hang on. I forgot that I added that. Make me a water well. Start. Do you remove plants after you place them? Yeah. See, you can do, grow some tobacco or something here. And if you click on it when it's not grown yet, it'll just remove it entirely. If you click it once, it'll harvest, and if you click it twice, it removes it. So you're not stuck with your plant choices forever. I don't have enough grapes for this. This takes like a minute or something because it's literally got to ferment the wine. Okay, yeah. So that takes a while. Oh, I need copper ingots. Hang on. I have a bunch of nugs. When you make the resource count UI, instead of just having every resource on the sidebar, you can have one main screen that lets you track resources, pinning their count to the side. There's some nice quality of life stuff, like, yeah, being able to pin resources or being able to, like, flag that I think would be important long-term, but I don't have it in here yet, because right now I'm just getting that base function. Hang on, wait, what? Still is supposed to pull from a different... It's pulling from the same as a furnace, man. Also fixing... I gotta fix this weird text discrepancy here as well. I need to fix that. Alright. Do we even have a UI for the paper mill yet? That is a drying rack? That's a drying rack image? Drying rack? I have drying rack as placeholder, but I can dry tobacco on it. And now I have dried tobacco. Hemp, grapes. UI is low priority. Yeah, I know. Well, eventually I think that it's going to be pretty important given how much shit there is to have a search bar that lets you filter, and every time as you type it in, it filters your inventory up. You know? That's the idea. I don't know, man. I'm just making a game I would want to play. That's the main thing at the end of the day. Are we making the materials first? We're trying to go up the craft ladder here. So see how we've come up with this? This is basically to tier 2. Tier 1 here, and then this gets you out of tier 2 once you get steam generators, coal generators, engines. And then eventually we'll get into the layer 3 and we'll start moving the tech tree up. But I haven't gotten all this integrated. I've added most, if not all, of the items. But a lot of the crafting recipes are missing. Even though the ones up here, I have some fermentation ones, some stills, but like they're not all here. Are you having fun? Yeah. I mean, it is fun. I do need to kind of thug through some of the busy work here, though. Cocoa beans for chocolate, which kills some characters, heals others. The way that the characters, like the workers, work is not individualized like that. Because that's going to cause a lot of extra strain, CPU-wise, with all the other shit going on. So, I don't really want to have it be evaluating individuals in the group. It should be evaluating the group as a whole. So, like, you can change what food you give. You can change what food you give, like, your worker group and stuff. But it's gonna affect all of them. And there'll be, like, maybe something where like, they can leave or whatever, but that just makes the number go down. It's not literally affecting individual, like, units on a simulation level, if that makes sense. Looks like it's coming along well. We've made some decent progress, even though for, like, the last week or so I haven't really been able to put much on it just because of working. and traveling. Oh, you don't forget you did something. Yeah, I was originally gonna, like, oh, I can make the food you give relative to the machine, so it goes in, like, an upgrade slot, but I've realized that's a pretty bad idea, because it's gonna really get confusing where your resources are being drawn. You're gonna be like, oh, fuck, some's using all my bean supply, where's that going? Oh, it's spread. I have 100 machines, and 3 of them are feeding them to their workers. You know? Shit like that. You gotta put time into it on your own deadline, or you'll start hating it. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun, realistically. So, I have a lot of freedom here. I have a lot of freedom for making a little game like this, because I don't have to make money on it. The goal is not, like, to become a big popular game or anything. But I can allocate budget to it because I'm doing it on stream. And the actual thing that I do for work is streaming. So, it's a nice, unique setup where I can expend money on it, but it doesn't have to be profitable as a game. Stardew Valley influence is strong? I haven't played much Stardew Valley. You can give them a cigarette and an energy drink? Yeah, literally, like, that's how it would work. Anything that could kill workers would need to be, like... And I'm still considering how to implement this, but, like, maybe, like, oh, every tick there's a X% chance you lose a worker. And then that goes up, how many you lose goes up based on how many there are. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like, I'm not really sure how to simulate, like, health effects as a cloud, like, global sense without simulating each worker individually, which I don't want to do. Would it slowly kill them or just by chance? The way that it'd likely be implemented, it'd be more of a chance thing. Or it would cause, like... I don't know. I don't know. I'll think over that one, honestly. Have it set like a global debuff. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Well, because I'm thinking of other things too, right? Maybe because there's going to be an education level of workers, but that's not going to be individualized. That's going to be percentage-wise. So every time you add a worker, the percentage change. So you'll have like 10% college educated, 20% high school educated, 70% uneducated, maybe, right? You could have like that. And I'm thinking maybe do the same for age, where every X amount of time, people in the young category get aged up. But I'm not sure exactly how to do that one. I don't know. Let's see. I can tell you this, I'm not streaming long this morning because, well, because now I kind of want to do this stupid Pokemon fact thing. I think that would be funny. Y'all kind of threw me off a little bit, but we'll do some more game dev tomorrow morning. Let me actually, let's head out of here for now, though. Because I got to stream tonight. Our stuff's finishing up on the 3D printer. Should be looking good for that, but I'll still need to get everything ready. I'll also need to shower up. Because I didn't get to yesterday, so now I'm fucking giga nasty. Oh, hang on. Is Grave streaming? Starting soon? How soon? Alright, hang on. This person's a cool artist that I've known ever since I was not a streamer. Perfect timing. You're out of here and my wife starts at 10 a.m. Thanks for the stream. Can't wait to see Dude, it's gonna be gas. Dude, I need to get more new headphones. This is actually pissing me off, these headphones sucking now for some reason. Anyway, we'll continue on more actual game dev probably tomorrow morning, and unless, you know, something comes up. You know how it is. But tonight, we're gonna be building the crocodile dentist, but it's fucked up and evil, where I've 3D printed. I've made a custom model. It's now digital instead of mechanical, so you can't feel to see which one is the good and which one's the bad. So that'll be fun. We'll see how well that goes. Hopefully it works well. If it doesn't, I'm kind of fucked from how much I've printed for it. If something happens to the prints where they fail or something, I don't think they will at this point, but if something happens where it's like, oh fuck, I actually can't make it, then I don't know, we have some backups we'd have to go to. But I'll see you guys then at 6 p.m. Y'all know how it is. Hope you guys have a good rest of your afternoon. See ya! Goodbye.